Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Takes from Below. This is Kandarp.
This is Aayushi.
This is Jenny.
Hello, guys. Welcome to our this week episode. Our topic for this week is petty revenge. Let's get in to the story. Do you guys want to do rock, paper, scissors?
Is that even a question?
I thought we stopped because we had an issue over there.
I know, but we are
Are we
never gonna
back?
stop. I like it.
Okay.
I'm good
I'm
with
gonna.
it. It's
I'm gonna
fine.
go.
We need to
I'm
put more
gonna-
effort into it.
I know. Like
give
you
it
look
some
like. Please look like
look
you're
like you're
alive.
happy.
You
Look like you have a
just be like,
soul.
yes, like you have life in you.
Yeah.
How
Please.
about that?
Please be like, oh my God, yes, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Who
All
wants to
right.
go first?
Whatever you guys want.
All right. Who wants to go with me?
I'll go with you.
All right. All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, ready?
You know what? Actually, in my mind, I'm thinking you're doing rock. I don't know why I did scissors. I don't know. I don't
You have
know.
to listen to yourself.
I was like, oh, scissor beats. No.
It's okay.
Oh well.
It's your turn.
rock,
No. Sorry.
rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ready? Go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Fine.
He
He messed with you.
That
He did it on
hurt.
purpose.
He distracted me.
Oh, man.
Dude. My
Kandarp-
mojo has been ruined. I'm never gonna win again now.
I think it's April too. I feel like this might be his month.
It's your comeback. Yeah, I hate it. I hate this for us.
I know.
Hey,
But it's
I
my
was just trying
mission
to get you off
make-
your game.
And you
That's
didn't
all.
work,
That
and I
was-
hate that. I
exactly.
hate
I was trying to
that.
hit you off the game. I was like,
No
I
wonder.
gotta try something
I
else.
want to see what your wife do because some stuff you do is pissing me off.
Yeah.
What can I do now?
We need
I
to
don't
get
know how
her
she
on the
survives.
show. We need to get her here.
I know. I was like, dude,
we have some questions.
we have
Next week,
questions.
have her
I
come.
have
Don't show up.
questions.
It'll be an all girls episode.
Yo,
Mhm.
that's
Go for it.
cheating. That's cheating.
I didn't like that.
All right.
That was not
I am
cheating.
rattled.
That was
I
not
can see it in your face.
I know.
You're
I'm like, wait,
what? Am I getting attacked?
Dang. I feel so exposed.
I know. I know.
Are you
Anyways,
going to redo?
yes. No.
No.
You can go
Just
ahead.
take
That's
it.
fine.
Just
That's
take it.
fine. No,
Yeah.
I mean, one time you win, we can.
That's
We'll try to let
I don't
it
mind
go.
the redo.
It's fine. It's fine.
I don't mind the redo.
No, it's fine.
No,
You know?
we don't need this.
Yeah, we're not gonna cry over this.
And not today. Not today. It hurts a little bit, but
And
Mhm.
that's fine. We're all grown up.
we are 30s. Yeah, it's fine.
Yes, I'm in mid 30s here.
I'm in my 40s.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
I don't mind.
All right. So, get it right into it. So, my story was posted on Petty Revenge, posted by user Best Spaghetti Western. No, that username still sounds like
Oh, yeah.
I've heard that name somewhere.
The spaghetti.
All right, so the story goes, the title is, Someone kept hitting their car door into my car while I was in it. So, I returned the favor. What do you think the favor is?
Hit it
Hey.
back? I
Yeah,
don't know.
Okay. How bad?
really bad.
Or maybe keying their car? I don't know.
No. Taking their door from their car. That's what they did. They took it off.
Wow. Oh,
Why not?
wait, have you done that? Somebody?
I wouldn't reveal that.
Interesting. Yeah, right there.
You're just there dying.
All right. I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
So the post is, I was parked in a student parking structure and was stuck on a phone call before heading out. There was an SUV that pulled up next to me, and for a few minutes, one of the girls had Her door opened while she was looking through her back seat. The door kept banging into my car, and I look over and see uh, she wasn't paying attention. When all was said and done, her other friend came out of the other side of the car and they both left. I noticed the friend pointing out her door was hitting my car, and that's when she looked and saw me sitting in my car. I shook my head at her after seeing that she was chuckling at the situation. Didn't say anything because I was still on the phone. They were long gone by the time I finished my call. So I pulled my car to park on the other side of the car and proceeded to slam my door into her rapidly until some dents started carving in. My car's super old, so no biggie. But just because it's an old doesn't mean that people should be careless dicks about it. Anyways, it went fine, and I felt a lot better about the situation overall.
Wow. One time in a Chick-fil-A parking lot, someone did that to me and they didn't care. And I'm just like, what the heck? And I had an old car too. So I did it right back to them. And I didn't care because my car's from 1996. So they had a nice new car and I just left. Feels good. I was like 18. So
Mm.
I don't know. I
Oh,
don't know how I feel.
Why? Because that happened to you the other way around?
I mean, I have seen like, hey, someone has like hit the door of my car.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
My car was not that old at that time, but I don't think I did anything back. I was like, yeah, okay, karma will get you.
I'm the karma. I got you. Then I guess
Yeah,
I get
I
back.
don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. No,
I
you're
don't think I ever did anything because I always had this fear in my mind is like, even before we started hearing about this road rage thing, I always
Oh.
had this thing in my mind is like, I don't want to piss anybody. I just want to get home alive.
You know what? Nowadays, I wouldn't do the same thing because
Yeah.
I'm scared. Because people are so crazy.
So like I was always like that before too. So that's why I'm like, yeah.
Cray.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cray cray.
See?
Yeah, you're getting with me. Like you're bringing it back with me. Yeah,
Yes,
people
it
are
is
cray
back.
cray. So
I love
I
it.
I love this.
The
I'm
cray-cray.
teaching Ayan.
Yeah.
So
You need to bring more words back so we can
yes,
keep saying them.
but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I have not done that. Like
That's good that you're not like that because I don't know. I was so evil, I think, back in the day. I'm so nice now.
I mean, I would get mad when someone cut me off, and I would show a finger or something.
Yeah,
But then I would be like, that's it. Like I would not try to be like,
Brake check them.
yeah.
yes, like tailgate them, follow
would
them.
never
I'm
do
not
all
gonna
that.
do all
Yeah.
that stuff. Somebody did that to me one time. I remember.
They followed you?
Yeah.
Like, did something happen or they were just following you?
So, I mean, it was my mistake. I was like probably 18, 19 or something, and I was working at Macy's at that time, and it was during Christmas time. So I was working till like midnight, and I was talking on the phone with Adit, and I think light was yellow and it turned red while I was in the middle. And I guess the other person who was like coming and turning left,
Mhm.
right, coming behind me, they got pissed about it that I didn't stop, I guess. But like it's midnight.
Yeah.
I mean she would
Wait, she was behind you?
so like you know
Or she
where
was coming from the opposite side?
no, so I'm going straight,
Yeah.
right? And she's coming from like left hand side turning
left.
left,
So that
right?
means
So she will be behind me,
yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
I am going straight.
Yep.
Right? So she started following me and she followed me.
That was weird
Did
because
she follow
And
you home? Like, did you go home or
she,
yeah,
she would have had a
like,
red light anyway.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. But she just let her anger
Yeah.
like
no, she wasn't because it was a
Oh.
T section, right?
Oh.
No, but you said you had the yellow, right?
light,
So
and it
that means
turned
the
red.
other one would have still been
Right.
red while you were going through the
Right.
yellow.
That's what
Yellow,
I
but
thought
like,
too.
but then I guess in the middle it turned red, like
But
right,
it's
like
still,
it
there's
was
still
yellow,
about
so I'm
4 or 5
supposed to
seconds delay from the time one light turns red, the other one turns green.
again. I was not paying attention
no.
much, so I don't know
Or
if
that you went on a red.
exactly.
Either
So
that or you went on a red.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't
Either
know
way,
if it
it's
was
like it's not. Yeah.
it was like literally there was nobody on the road
Mm.
other than
Right.
her and me, right?
Yeah.
Like, and she came and she was like really pissed, and like I felt like she was gonna hit me.
Oh my god.
But then there was another girl with her, and she was like, "How old are you?" And I was like, "Wait, I was like not even 8. Yeah, I was 18 or something."
They probably
'Cause
thought
I
you were
remember-
drunk driving or something.
Yeah.
No, she wasn't. She was like, so the other girl was like, "How old are you? You look like a baby." And I was like, okay, I'm
I am
18 or whatever. And then the other girl is like, "She's a kid, leave her alone." And she dragged the other woman, but like,
Oh.
yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Interesting.
I mean, like, yeah,
That
I
woman
was
saved
at
you.
fault. I'm definitely at fault because
yeah.
I don't know. Like, I saw it yellow, but then I don't know if yellow was in the middle when I was
Mm.
crossing it, or like
Yeah.
it turned red right before I started. Like, I just kept going, right? Like, but yeah, and I was in rush to get home.
Yeah.
It was midnight, and I
Yeah.
was like, it was after midnight. I was like so tired from like stupid people coming and shopping
Yeah.
So in that
at
case-
midnight
Right.
and not even leaving when we are closing.
Oh, that must have been the worst.
Yeah.
So in that case, what this guy did, would you approve or not approve then? I mean, she approves because she's done it.
I know. But
so
that's
in
what I'm
that
saying.
case,
I don't
it's like,
know.
would you
I mean,
approve or not approve? Or?
it would have pissed me off that those girls just giggled and
Right.
didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So rude.
Because like,
It sounds like you're.
but I don't know if I would do that. I wouldn't do like put a dent or something, because also like doesn't matter how old my car is dented right now, like, you know, and I saw like there's a scratch on my car, and I was like, oh my god, I got a scratch. So I would not do anything to my car. It doesn't matter how old it is. Maybe I will just take the air out of the tire.
So there you go. You got some. There we go. There it comes out. It finally comes out.
Of course, I'm just taking the air out.
Yeah, they can't go anywhere.
At least with a dent, you're just denting it. Oh, that's so much worse.
If they don't know how to change their tires or they don't have a
They're
thing,
done.
they gotta call
Maybe
AAA
not
or
all
something.
the way. Maybe not all the way. Like enough for them to be like get to the guava to get free air.
That's worse, Yuchi. Oh my god.
Or maybe just put something on their car. I don't know.
Like what? An egg?
Egg. If I have an egg in my car, yeah. No,
Have
not
you had
egg.
egg in
No, not egg. Maybe tomato or something. Because
Yeah.
eggs are very expensive right now.
That's true. We can't be
Mm.
wasting eggs.
Yes.
No more egg.
And there's a shortage of egg. Right? I don't know. I wouldn't put a dent though. But now you guys are making me feel bad.
Yeah, now
about,
you
like,
see you're getting into it now. You're like,
now you guys are making me feel bad about like
the air thing?
And I was like, oh my god, if they're young, then yeah, they cannot go anywhere. And
Exactly.
it's what if it's an unsafe place?
Ooh, see, that's worse.
Wow.
What about
What
you?
else?
What do you think?
I don't know. And that's have I done anything to somebody else's car before?
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes.
Ooh, tell us about it.
You
I mean,
have.
I haven't like taken the air out or gotten a flat tire. Maybe threw a rock at it or something.
You threw a rock?
A rock or a brick?
No, not a brick. I'm definitely not doing all that where it like breaks a windshield or something.
No.
I may have punched the
You could
car
have like
or kicked
keyed the car instead of damaging your car.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? You could have keyed the car.
Yeah.
I don't think I've actually
True.
keyed anybody's car. I've like kicked it maybe or punched it.
I
But
have
not...
egged people's cars.
There you go. I heard that that's very bad.
It is very bad. I've had it done to
Right?
me too.
But yeah, I don't know. Thought taking an air out was a really good idea, but you guys made me feel bad. I was like,
Just
hey,
like
they just have to feel.
that's all.
And also, like in my mind, I'm thinking like I have an air pump in my car, so I will just fill it up.
Right,
Yeah,
but
that's
like
you.
normal people, like
I know.
That's you.
I guess
Yeah.
you are right. Never mind.
Ah, man, that was good. That was good.
Come on, guys, you're making me feel bad. But I
okay.
think that's a really good idea to just take the air out.
Just get the knife that you're carrying. Just
No, don't do that. No, that will cost her so much money. Don't do that. Taking air out would.
Oh, so you didn't mean like by stabbing it?
No.
Oh, you mean,
Actually,
like,
taking it.
Oh,
like,
Wait, so
okay.
no, but still though, how? So when the other person comes back, let's say, how does that person know if it's somebody left the air out or she has a flat?
it's not my problem.
Yeah, no.
I'm saying, so they could assume that they have a flat, and they need to go through the whole process of changing the flat.
whenever my air pump, low air pressure light is on, I put the air out.
Right.
And
Yeah, but that's
even when it was like all the way down and I didn't know how to change the tire, I put the air back in and I was like drive a little bit and got to wherever I was because I wasn't that far.
Yeah.
that you had a pump. This was on campus.
I know.
School
Well, then she
campus.
can get the school security and get the air pump from
There
them.
you go.
So you know what? Actually, in that situation, not bad. Yeah, I would have took the air
Wait,
out.
but what
She's
about
at
the creepy people that go to campuses looking for girls that are stranded and then, remember all those stories?
Jenny, stop. You're making
They
me
would have
more
been the victims.
No, we are wasting time on this for no reason. I stick my ground.
Okay.
They're at the safe place. They can get a school security. Air out.
So going back to the story. There's actually one
There's
comment.
no Ted Bundy over there, okay?
Not the co-eds. Oh no.
There's actually one comment that was interesting. It made me laugh. And actually the OP's comment back was funny too.
Why did he switch the parking spot? He couldn't just open the door and hit the other side?
No, so chances are the girl parked it on the right side of him, and he's pulled up. So if he opens, he's by himself. So if he opens his driver door, it's not going to hit it. He would have to go to the passenger side, sit there, and open the door, or get out of the car and swing the door. So that's why he moved the car
but
on the other side.
I would have just
banged it a couple of times, opening the door left and right, in and out, and that was it.
All right.
So he didn't want to get out of the car.
I guess
to do
he
that.
was just lazy. Even in his petty revenge, he was lazy. That's what it was.
So one other comment was, okay, so you backed out, switched parking spots, then smashed your car door for whatever reason on the other side of her car. Yeah, cool story, bro. Are you 9 or 10 years old?
Young guy.
And the OP responds back, close, I'm 8. That's a joke.
I was like, wait.
No, that's a joke.
I mean, I get it, but it wasn't that great joke, though.
It's funny.
Because I
It's
asked
funny.
the same question. Why did he move?
Yeah.
He could have just done it. But even if by the time I moved, my anger would have gone.
Well, he didn't ask the question as to why he moved the car.
I know,
But it
I'm
was
just
more like,
saying,
cool story. What are you, 9? Because of how he took the revenge.
Right.
The joke was, what are you, 9?
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. But also, like they say, like you have to treat people the way they treat you. So I guess he's not wrong. You guys made me feel bad.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. That girl,
you're like
deserved
thinking
it.
about it. You're like, oh,
I know.
am I the villain?
All right, let's move on. I guess.
Okay, I just want you to know I'm not on my game. Like,
I
it's
know.
over for me.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Stop. You are done. It's not your time to shine anymore. So let it be.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, hang on. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh man, you are back.
Yeah.
I was like, she's gonna do rock. She's gonna do rock. No.
Oh god. Okay. So mine is from r/petty revenge. The username is you without Dennis knee dry. The title is My Idiot, Racist Neighbors, and the Petty Revenge Before We Moved. Yeah. Sounded interesting, but who knows if it will be. Sorry.
Do you ever wonder, like, if you're living around like racist?
No, I don't wonder. I know.
It's like, I already wonder. I already know. Forget about wondering. I already know.
Or does that not
I
even
do.
cross your mind?
I do.
I haven't had that
wonder all the
issue.
time.
I don't.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm good with both
I
your
mean, you are
neighbors,
good with your neighbors. I don't know.
and they're
my
all
neighbors.
from different countries.
I know.
Oh, see, that helps.
So
that
it's
helps.
like,
Yeah.
But
I
if they're
know.
all one race, then
yeah.
so let's get into it. So the story goes, we once had neighbors that from the day we moved in absolutely hated us. We never even met them, but they made our lives hell in every way they could. We had moved to that area, putting my grad school and our big life plans on hold to look after my mother in law, who had stage 4 cancer. So it was already a crappy reason to move. And we hated the area. Rural California is very yeehaw in a bad way, if you know what I mean. The neighbors were garbage people and just awful to us. They never did anything illegal per se, but every petty thing you can think of to make our lives shitty, they did. For example, our water hose was on their lawn after I watered my roses by about 2 inches. It was coiled mostly on our side, but I wasn't done watering and just stepped into the house for a few minutes for a lunch break. While I was inside, they cut the 2 inches off that was on their property and threw it in our yard, but left the rest of that hose that was on our side. Absurdly petty. They had never even met us or spoken to us. Finally, after about 2 years of this, I was talking with my across the street neighbor about it, and she told me they were treating us that way because they thought we were illegals. I'm Native American and my spouse is Hispanic, but they thought we were both Mexican. I asked
I
why.
mean, if anything, she should be doing that to them because
We're finished.
I asked why they thought we were from Mexico, and she said before we moved in, some of our forwarded mail accidentally ended up in their box and it had your Mexican address on it. New Mexico. We are from New Mexico. These idiot racists thought we bought a home in an upscale neighborhood in coastal California with cash, and we came straight from Mexico to do it. So we must be part of the cartel and here illegally.
oh my god.
They had concocted this whole narco scenario because my husband's last name is Lovato. It's not, but it's similar old Hispanic name widely used. We are darker than they deemed appropriate. We bought our house with cash. We had sold our starter home. We put years of backbreaking work into renovating and made a killing on it. And they didn't know New Mexico is an effing US state. It was so absurd. Don't worry, the story has a happy ending. When we moved after my mother in law passed, I wrote them a long letter telling them how embarrassingly stupid they are. I'm native, so I was sure to tell them they were the ones trespassing on my land, gained illegally by their government, and how they were giant assholes for making what was already a hard time on my husband, who was dealing with the slow death of his mother, highly respected physician in the area. So, yeah, not an illegal cartel member. And even worse, time. So I hope they're proud of themselves. Then we stole their cat.
I was waiting for that.
Oh my god. Yeah. So about the cat, they neglected him and left him outside, covered in fleas and fending for himself day and night in the terrible heat of summer without water and the freezing cold of winter without shelter. The cat already had moved in with us because we actually cared for it and we took care of his medical needs. In my book, you treat your cat like crap, you don't microchip him, he's mine. So, one good thing came from our time there, and he's napping in the windowsill right now. We named him Flavio after Flavio Mendez Santiago, the famous Mexican cartel drug lord. F racist.
My god, I love that. I really love that. You know what?
I really wish she had done more.
I know. That's what I'm like. I wish
Same.
you had done something
Oh, come
more.
on. Just a letter
Like,
and
you
a
know
cat
what?
that they
Like,
didn't really care for anyway.
yeah.
True.
If it was like April Fools or something, I would have done like really good like scenario.
Yes, yes.
I don't know. I would have done something.
Well, I really hope I was like, wait, there has to be more. There has to be more than
Has
just
to
a
be
letter.
more.
Yes.
Then you said a cat. I was like, oh, wait.
No,
But then you're like, oh, they didn't care for the cat anyway. I was like, wait.
Oh,
That's true.
I was like, dang it.
I would have done something more. In that scenario, I would have definitely done something.
Yeah, they deserved it. Jesus. And how did they not know that New Mexico was in the US? Like, come
That was
on, so
hilarious.
stupid.
That was
I mean, that's
hilarious.
so, you know.
Yeah. We live in New Mexico. Oh, in
Mhm.
Mexico?
Yeah, all they saw is Mexico. They're like,
Mexico.
oh,
They
no.
had. Oh, they are illegal.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
I
That
just
is.
love like like anywhere in California you go, you know how expensive the houses are.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Mhm.
crazy. And if you can afford buying it, you're definitely
That to cash.
Yes, yes.
You
Good
are
for
right.
them.
I mean,
know.
I kind of get it. Somebody moved into with the all cash in like a high neighborhood,
Yeah.
but still, that is no.
I mean,
give
that's
them
why the
any-
neighbor. That's why the neighbor thought their car.
Yeah, I know, but that still doesn't give them any right to assume or think otherwise, or even damage their property.
You know, this makes me want to watch Queen of South.
I've always wanted to watch that
Oh,
too.
yeah,
Oh
I've
my
seen those.
god,
Is
I've
it
seen
good?
it.
I love it. I loved it.
Mhm.
But yeah,
But that's in Texas.
I really wish they had done more though.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
Maybe they can't say what they did. Who knows?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, what if they did something illegally?
Yeah, they don't want to say
Like
it. I
where
bet
they
there's
can get
something.
where he can find the story and sue them.
Yeah, but like,
I mean, he can still sue them for cat, I guess.
can they? Like, what if it was just an outdoor cat they were like feeding anyway or something like that? I don't know.
I wish they go to Judge Judy and I can watch that.
Yes,
He's still my cat. She's still my cat.
you would love that.
Oh my god, I love Judge Judy. You know that. But yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think so hard that what I would do in this situation, but I'm not coming up with
It must be
anything.
hard because you're living next to these people for
Yeah.
like 30 years. You know,
I
in most
know.
cases, like, how do you deal with that?
I don't know. Like that's one of the things that I'm really scared about is like getting
Bad
in
neighbors.
yes, like bad neighbors or getting into a situation where you don't get along. Like
Yeah.
I have seen like stories on especially on Judge Judy where neighbors don't get along and they make each other's life as hell. Or that story that we read, remember the neighbor was like
The ladder.
no, not letter.
Darn.
The one with the swimming pool, remember?
Yes,
Oh, the
yes,
swimming pool.
yes.
This
That was
one, like,
crazy. But yeah, that
I'm
would
like,
be terrible.
I don't know what I would do in that
Karen.
situation because
The
like
Karen,
you would
yes.
see that
Full Karen.
Karen almost all the time.
Yeah.
And I was like,
That's
do I really
true.
want to live? Then I will be moving.
Yeah, I
I
would be
don't know.
moving too. I wouldn't want to deal with that.
I
It's
know.
just too
But then
much.
does that mean you're like saying like, haha, you win and I lost?
Pretty
That's why I'm
much.
moving.
You're running away from you're
Yeah,
away
but
from
then
the
what if
letting that win.
exactly? But then I'm like, I would rather choose my peace
But what
over
if
like that
what if that was your
ego.
dream home?
Oh, well, then they're gonna have to go. But if this is my starter
I was
home,
gonna
it's fine.
say,
But if
what
this is
if
my
it turns out
dream,
to be your like dream,
you're going.
like retirement home, and you're like, shoot.
But who is saying that you would never have another dream home?
I'm just saying. I'm not saying you
That's true.
don't, but
That's
like
Right?
after once you get into, it, you spend all that time and money for it, and you're like,
Oh, I don't care. I'm always up for new house.
Oh, really?
I'm always down for new house.
That's
so.
funny. This is a dream to me.
I know, and I'm already talking about like, hey, maybe 5-10 years later we buy a different house.
Oh my god, it's perfect.
I know.
yeah, I'm not back in the house.
I'm sure your house is perfect too.
I'm not.
Really?
Yeah, I'll buy another house when I retire. When I
That's
downsize.
what I did the
Retirement house.
same.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
this is your until you retire house.
Yes, I want
No,
to.
I want
I'm
a swimming
saying,
pool.
Can you
I want a swimming
can you
pool.
get one in your backyard?
Yes, you
Yeah, we
can.
talked about this.
No,
right?
I
Yes, you
cannot
can.
get a swimming pool in my backyard.
Yes, you
Kandarp.
can. Yes, you can.
You are coming over this weekend and showing it to me how I can have a swimming pool in my backyard.
You can.
Okay, let's talk about it. Are you free this weekend?
Nope. Unfortunately, not.
Oh yeah, you were working at your parents' house. Never mind.
Mhm.
Whatever. Show it to me next time. But let's move on, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So my story is from r/petty revenge. And the username is u/monkeybreath66.
Monkey breath.
Nice. Love it.
The title is My Ex Tried to Get Petty Revenge and It Turned Out I Was the One That Got It.
Ooh.
Some background, my ex and I had dated off and on for 2 years and then she became pregnant. We were living with her parents and 4 months after our daughter was born, she disappeared, apparently leaving me for a new boyfriend. There was a little bit of contact after that for a while, and then she seriously disappeared, and her family said that they had no idea where she was. Almost 2 years went by, and then the state contacted me for child support. Flash forward to when our daughter was about 15, and I'm paying $125 a week in support. My ex had done everything in her power to prevent any relationship with my daughter, so I'm not really involved in her life as much as I would love to. Then one day, my ex calls up complaining on and on about our daughter's behavior and how tough everything is. Finally, I said, "Hey, you know this is not my problem. You got exactly what you wanted and kept me out of her life. So deal with it yourself." She started screeching about how I couldn't talk to her like that. And I told her that I didn't want to hear her shit anymore. She said I would be sorry. About a month or two goes by, and I get a notice that she requested an income review to raise child support. I called a friend of the court and spoke with an agent who, crazily enough, was the same agent I had spoken with this when support was originally set 30 years prior. I told her it had not been 3 years since the last review and was curious as to why she was getting it. The agent got some ruffled feathers and asked if I thought she didn't have the authority to do so. I said, "You most certainly have the authority to do so, but you had no interest in doing the review until she requested it." The conversation wind down, and then about a week later, I received a copy of letter sent to my ex asking for her to help fill out what of circumstances was she basing her request for an increase on. About a month after that, I got another letter that stated that since my ex did not respond, she was not only getting her income review now, she was also not getting her income review that was due at the end of the 3 year in a few months. By the time the next review would come up, my daughter would already be over 18 and the child support would be at the end. So initially, that meant my support was set until it was over. What they did not know was that my income had drastically increased since the last review, and she probably would have gotten about 150 to 200 a week in additional support for over 3 years. So probably over 30K. So she tried to get petty, but I was the one that got revenge. Hey, a little update. This occurred when my daughter was 15 years old and was living full time with her grandparents. So any child support money I was paying her mother had no benefit to her. I gave her money directly, like on holidays or and her birthday. In fact, the one time her mother asked me for money for my daughter directly, I gave her $600 that was supposed to buy her a computer for Christmas. Instead, my ex took it and used to pay off her layaways for all the Christmas presents from her for her other two kids and my daughter. My daughter was completely unaware that I did even given her that money, and no, she did not get a computer.
I
Mm-mm-mm.
always hated the system though. Like the
Yeah.
way it's funded. So the money goes from parent to a parent, right? But instead of doing that, they should have some sort of system in place where it goes under the name of the kids and there's some sort of review as to how those monies being used
I
within
agree.
those accounts rather than going straight to the dad or the mother or the father in either of the cases.
Yeah.
So I always hated that system. Like I don't know why the way it is, it is.
I guess they just haven't figured out how to do it better way, because even if it goes on child's name, right?
Mhm.
Um, Imagine how many people they will need to review all this activity,
It would be
if it's
insane.
legit or not activity, right? Like if the money's actually going for the kid or not. Think about it, how many
I
people
know
are
there
doing.
has to be a better way. I
There
mean,
I
has
mean,
to
there's
be.
again, like
programs to
this is
detect
I
certain
know, but
stuff.
like
Yeah.
it's like husband
So,
and wife getting divorced, right? You guys are
mhm.
deciding to get divorced, and now I have to give make someone pay for the kid, and on top of it I have to provide someone as a reviewer to make sure the money is going, like, you guys take care of your
Well, yeah,
kids,
it wouldn't be
man.
that one person, but I mean, at the same time, it could like our normal banking system. All our banking systems
Yeah.
have some sort of behavioral program to detect if there's anything out of the ordinary, right? In most like fraud cases or anything, there's always some. I know there's a false positive and it misses stuff. That I get it,
But
but at least
Kandarp,
there's
that's
some
gonna be.
system
I don't
in
think
place, automated system that could trigger for somebody else to review rather than somebody looking at every single
you
transaction.
are working in a bank. No, right?
Financial institution.
Financial,
Yeah.
and we work in a bank. I don't think there is a way for us to like. Even bank has to offer that, right? Like,
I don't know,
even bank is offering it. What's guaranteed? Parents are gonna have a banking account with us.
Yeah.
For that manner, right?
Government
Like
needs to
government,
have some sort of
dude, government is
I
planning
know.
on not even paying Medicare and stuff
Yeah, I
right
know,
now.
but
Do
I'm
you
just
really
saying
think they
it's
are
just
gonna have like organization for like
they
just
need
for
to have a
child
better
support
system.
reviews?
They need to have a
No.
better system, in my opinion.
What if like they do pay the child support and it just goes to the kid when they're 18?
But like, right,
No, but
the
the
money goes
purpose
towards
of
like
the
all the expenses for now,
yeah,
right?
the
Like
purpose
if
of
I
the
get
child support
divorced,
is help
the-
them raising the
Yeah.
kid.
Or maybe they can do it like half goes now and then the other half.
it's
for
still
later.
not
I
gonna
don't
like,
know.
dude,
There has to be
$125.
Yeah.
Sometimes like when I'm listening to it, like some parents are paying like $200 a month for a
Yeah.
kid, like for one kid.
That's true.
Dude, this kid daycare is like $2,000 a month. What is
Yeah.
that 200 gonna do to me?
That's true.
Yeah.
So I guess there really isn't a better way.
No, there is not.
There has
Like you think about their like doctor appointments and all that stuff. That $200 is gonna do nothing. And this guy said $125 a week. I was
yeah.
shocked. I was like, but again, like also like it goes according to the income, right? Like
of both incomes, or depending
both
on the
incomes.
states.
Yeah,
Each state has their own rules.
it's just
But yeah.
so messed
but the
up.
system is not that great. I
It's
agree,
not.
but also like I just hate that when parents are getting divorced, it's the kid who's initially not getting what they are supposed to be getting.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
How can one make sure? How can the system make sure the
Dude,
kid gets what they deserve?
Maybe they have
You,
like
I don't
you're
know.
talking about that. Like we
Yeah.
have much
I
worse
know.
situation
I know, but
when it comes
I
to
know, but it's still
like foster
it always
system, right? Like
baffles
all
me
that
as to
stuff.
why that is the way it is.
You need to think about it. We have foster system where like kids are
I know.
not like exactly like I think that needs to be changed before even this right now.
I know. It always baffles me as the way it is. I was like, really?
I mean, at this point, like I'm also mad at OP for like not even fighting it back. Like, why am I paying child support when the daughter is not even living with mom? Like, I should be giving grandparents, not her, right? Like, if he knew all this, he could have gone
Mhm.
Yeah.
too. So
In the beginning,
and when he said like, haha, like, she could have got $30,000, whatever,
Mhm.
but. You do realize that money, did you save it for your daughter to give it to her when she turns 18?
Good point.
Yeah.
Right? So
In the beginning, did he say that the mom abandoned them for a few months, or did I make that?
yeah, it's a mom left after the daughter was like 4 months old or whatever.
And then she came back with her boyfriend and took the kid.
That part no.
I think they went like
She left.
They tried
and
it out again.
In-laws were living, and then I think, but then it sounded like she took the kid back. But then in the end, he says the daughter was always with the grandparents. So
Confused.
mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So yeah.
Did he end up commenting or anything?
Yeah.
Or any updates? 'Cause that one's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. OP. So someone so top comment is like, I feel bad for that kid. And the OP's response is, you have no idea. I would usually see her twice a year because I had moved out of state. One Christmas, my ex begged me for money because she had bought our daughter a computer, but didn't had enough money to pay for it. I gave her over 600 in cash, which she ended up using to pay for all over other kids' Christmas gift, and no computer appeared. I begged and begged her to be able to take her on a vacation with other with my other kids or visit me at my house, and she refused to allow it.
Mm.
I just wonder how those custody battles, who
then-
gets the custody and who decide who gets the
Yeah.
custody and all that. It's just
And then
interesting.
someone said could have sued for custody or visitation. I
Mm.
can't think for a reason why the court wouldn't force visitation if you had the legal right. How come you have no right but still have to pay?
Yeah.
And then the guy said, "Welcome to family court. The problem was you seriously need about 20K plus to mount any significant legal action. The free shit you can get at the friend of the court doesn't go very far. Courts do little to nothing to enforce paternal visitation rights, just endless mediation and court dates."
Interesting. It's one of those things you get what you paid for kind of thing.
Yep, exactly.
That sucks.
Mhm.
Okay, interesting.
That one you got to find
he's-
a good
he-
lawyer
He's
that'll
been
be willing
very,
to do it for pro bono.
Mhm.
yeah, he's been very, very active, super active. But a lot of time, I feel like court usually gives custody to mom
Yeah, they definitely do.
unless mom is a threat to the kid.
Interesting.
Yeah, they try to put kid to the mom with mom over dad, which is
Not always the best.
not always the best. But again, if the mom is bad in
Yeah.
that situation, then yes, they would not put their kid to the with mom.
You gotta have the willing proof to
Mhm.
show that the
Yeah.
mom is bad, and
Yep.
not just a he say she say.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's sad.
Interesting.
It is.
Poor kid.
Yeah.
But OP is very active if anybody wanted to see that. But also story is like 2 years old.
Hmm.
So kid is almost 18.
There you go.
So yeah, that's it for today, guys. I mean, if you have any takes, please comment below.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.